away friends. Twitch, what are you doing? So you'll never be able to see what your friends are up to. Hi, Dwayne. I'm glad to see you're fine. I'm glad to also see you were working on your crypt. It's really cool. I will definitely do show and tell today. And I've got my burb, my Ukrainian charity bird, and I'm trying to paint it up as a Ukrainian. In the Ukrainian way, it was meant to be, I think. So with the color flag and the colors of the flag, I do have to incorporate teal in here somewhere, which may be a challenge to make it look good, but we'll see. Because I have a channel points reward now. Where the heck is... I wonder where Pete the Hydrator is. I cleaned the shot glass. Working vines. Cool! I just did a whole lot of moss on mine. But that's cool. I think that'll look really... See, that's what I love about, seeing what other people do for minis. The minis is that, we all have different ideas of how, what we think is cool to look like. So I gain inspiration for everybody. Okay, so I got of course Crimson comes on, I got a drink from the shot glass. So here's the shot glass. I always gotta show it off because great way to start a stream. It's good. I haven't actually I did sort of had something to eat, but I really wouldn't call it something to eat, so. But I'm excited to see how that crypt comes out. How your version versus my version. But it looks really good. I said I will go find that personal chat and I'm going to share them because I think it's worth it. Salute! Wait, it's R. Oh, interesting. That's something I've never heard people doing that. Usually you just paint it on, but that's actually good. Soak the twigs in homemade green paint. Cool. That's a good idea. A lot of people, too, would probably just take something flexible or take green stuff and make vines. All you have to do is basically make a snake, which is to take the stuff and you roll it between your hands or on your table, and then you could do that and shape it. But that's pretty good, too, because then you really get, nature has the most organic shapes. So you'll get all sorts of randomness that way that you may not even do as an artist. I mean, I find a lot of times some of the hardest things I do is when I have to do something random. Because I automatically want to do patterns or things like that. Today, of course, is also the last day of the Reaper Bones Kickstarter. So I'm sitting here wondering how far it's going to go. I have this bad feeling it's not going to go as far as the lighthouse. Oh, it's Shanur, thank you for the sub. So saying, I don't think it's going to go quite, I don't know if it's going to go as far as the lighthouse. That's a really ambitious thing. But who knows? I've seen crazy stuff happen on the last day of a Reaper Bones Kickstarter, so I've done every single one since year one, and I remember the first year we broke Kickstarter trying to put enough pledges in to get Cthulhu unlocked. How are you? I'm good because everything else I wanted unlocked. The lighthouse is the only thing. Or maybe the expansions, which now I think are going to go because they put them at a reasonable value. But everything else there is unlocked, so I'm happy. And I've upped my pledge twice in the last 12 hours. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with how the bird's coming out. I do need to put some trim. So he's going to have some gold trim. I have not figured out what I'm doing with the pants. Because I want the gold, the gold's going to stand out. I could have done gold pants, but I want the gold trim to stand out. So, the pants are going to come right below it. I just don't know. I don't think that's going to work real well. But who knows? Or maybe I'll do it dark blue. So I'm going to start with the trim though. I'm going to take a bit of Palomino Gold. And we start out by... And I'm thinking for the teal, maybe doing his bag, the teal. I do wonder where my buddy Pete the Hydrator is, because if he saves enough thing, he's gonna make me paint something pink. Hi, Baldy, by the way. I did say hello earlier. I hope you're well. Baldy is gonna be, okay, the Bald GM. I just like to call him Baldy. It's an affectionate pet name. But he will be streaming right after this. This is another mini double feature day. I'm going to have to put something in there to, define this line that goes between the trim. I think for straps and stuff I'm going to do, and the belt, I'm probably going to do them black because the bird is so brown. Or I'm going to pick a different color. Maybe the guitar strap will be like a really dark brown. So I'm also going to paint, since it's part of his clothes. This is always like a difficult area, is what you do underneath. I just usually take whatever the bottom layer, so like the trim here, and I usually just carry it through. Honestly, if people have other ideas on how it should be done, tell me, because this is what I've always done and it works. But if people have better ideas, you can always tell me, let me know, and I'll get them out there, or I'll try them. I can even try them. I may be an old dog, but I'm pretty sure you can teach me some new tricks. Especially, I'm always trying to push my art, so new tricks are definitely welcome. I think that is going to be yellow. And that's going to be yellow if I can get it in there. Well, the thing of it is, this is why I paint the recessed areas, because this is technically a recessed area going below that strap. So I don't have to paint the strap twice. So this might be a little more gold than Ukrainian yellow is. I want to get it a brighter yellow, but this is just the darkest coat. I always go with the darkest coat first. And then I highlight up. You can go the other way around. You can actually start with the... Well, you could start... I would say make more sense. Start with the mid-tone and work your way down. And then start in the middle, work your way down and up. You could do that. But there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with actually starting with the highlight and working your way down either. I just think it's whatever works for you. Find what works for you and do it. And own it. And once again, I love the fact that the details on this, it's not guitar, it's their national instrument. And I went and looked it up, and I don't remember what the hell it is. Yes, I did. I saw the knight. I don't know if I zoomed in to really look at the shoulder pads, but yeah. What, are you bringing me the whole knight? Or are you bringing me just a shoulder pad? You know what, I think I'm also gonna... His feet are kind of goldish too, so while I've got this color out. So, because I've got colors on my wet palette that are still wet that I used, I'm actually taking a bit of that brown and I mixed it in a little bit to this gold. I still want it to be kind of gold for his feet. I'm probably going to actually wash it brown and then go over it because there's a lot of little, it's actually a fairly textured part, and textured sections of minis are really pretty good for using washes. Flat sections not so much, but you want something that's able to grab the wash and hold it in. Hang on, I will look at chat in a sec. Just a shoulder pad. That's what I thought you were gonna. Maybe a leg plate, depending on what you feel's worth. Bring me both. I don't care. Bring me both. Probably both would be fine. Shanur. Hey, Shanur. Have you figured out what you're gonna want? You're 2 months away. You both are like 2 months away. So have you figured out what you want me to do? Is it, admittedly sending me something might be a challenge because, although, well, if you want something I could buy, but you're going to need to pay me for whatever it is I'm buying, but if you figured out what you might want me to do. It said it could be something from my closet of shame, or it could be something you want me to do. And if you want me to do it, said basically, order it for me, send it here. We'll get to addresses and stuff, and I'll paint it. But if you want just something random out of the closet of shame, I'll have to see if I can find. So you'll have to let me know what sort of thing you might be interested in. It could just be totally random. I do have a box called giveaways that I'm using for this. Even though technically it's not really a giveaway, you've paid for it. But yeah, if you sub with me for a year, I will paint you something. I may or may not do it on stream. I may do it on stream, I may not. I don't know. I do have some things I want to do coming up for stream. So after the bird's done, which will either be this session or next session. I'm thinking next session. But after the bird is done, I plan on, let's see, it'll be May. So there's an art prompt called Mermaid. Basically mermaids in May. I am thinking about, I will probably paint at least one mermaid for the month. So that'll be the next thing I probably do. I'm trying to think of what else I had in mind. Shit, I had something else in mind. I do have the next mini in the Vox Machina series, because I do want to finish that whole thing. I'm going to do Pike next. I was thinking about it. Maybe I was thinking of June. I just noticed Reaper Minis went live with their I probably shouldn't mention it because I don't want to lose any of you. But or you can have two windows going. Reaper Minis did go live with their Kickstarter ending stream. So there'll be apparently there's fun and surprises on there. So if you can stream both of us, great. But I'm trying to remember. I know June is Pride Month. And the thing about June is also my anniversary, my streamiversary. It's also Pride Month, and I know a lot of streamers get involved in that, and I'm thinking about doing that. You're using your tablet to do this? So June's got some possibilities. I'm thinking of painting Vax because Vax was technically he was bi. So I'm thinking of painting him for June. And I also have a noise marine that would be really cool to do in like rainbow colors, and maybe I'll figure out how charity streams work and join in on it. I feel like I'm so small though that it's like I don't know if I'll get much because there's not that many of you that watch me. I'm thankful for every single person who does, but I am realistic. Oh, my bag is over here. I moved my bag. Usually I stick it on my right side, but it's now on my left side. My wash is in the bag because I'm still painting those Eldar. And I will be for quite some time. And that's black. I want brown. Brown wash is, kind of God's gift to the mini painting world. I think I got it. There it is. There it is. I started working on the trim and now I'm working on the feet. Go figure. Just kind of work that way. I can work in sort of a weird way at times. So now I'm just going to wash these with brown wash. I don't know if it's coming out quite the way, but it's alright. It'll be fine. I have to resort to my optimizers. There's a lot of very fine lines in here. Also, one thing I did not do on stream is I actually took this brown wash and went over the whole thing while I was off stream. Over all his feathers, because I felt like they were they were too orangey, not quite brown enough. Sometimes I use a wash that said to shift the color a little bit. Oops. When it comes to, if I can work that in, sometimes you could take a bit of the wet wash and that's pooling and shove it around. His feet are pretty brown anyways, if I recall the picture correctly. I had to look at a Nightingale picture to figure this out, so. Oh! I forgot part of the trim. He's got trim on his sleeveys. Sleeveys, but yes, it definitely needs to have this yellow trim. The other thing I'm all excited about right now is the fact that conventions are starting to heat up. I think I want yellow in that spot. So I'm going to sort of work it out. So conventions have released, I've been starting to hear from them and dates are being announced. So two of my other conventions that I did before the pandemic, they're back in person and I'm going to be at them and I'm all excited. One was PortCon Maine, which is a half anime, half gaming convention. And I was running the paint and take there. A new person stepped in to believe me, I love the old guy who was there. It sounds like I made him old. He's not old. But basically the person that was in charge of what I was doing is moving into, I believe he's doing art stuff now. He's part of the art show. So I've got a new guy, and he basically said, he contacted me and said, yeah, I've got a whole bunch of Reaper minis that we bought for a failed business venture. Which kind of makes me sad, because it probably means it was a gaming business venture, and it's always sad when they don't make it. But I'm really excited, because now I'm going to have a whole bunch of Reaper minis, because Pwn's minis, let's face it, are great for paint and takes. They're inexpensive. You don't have to prime them. I mean, granted, the WizKids ones aren't bad. The WizKids ones wouldn't be bad either. They're not expensive either. For $5, they're $2.50 a piece, basically. So, either or are great for if you're running an event like that. If you ever want to. And I do encourage people to go out and share the mini painting love with other people. See if we can get more people involved in this hobby. That's a big part of my my painting philosophy of what I do here. I wonder if that actually was supposed to be part of this. Well, I'm going to make it part of his trim. Clip part of, alright, since I got it here. Well, let's see. Do I have anything on my pen? No, I don't think so. I've mixed it all into yellow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, it's not great for covering, but this is a crack, so it'll shift that color a bit. If worse comes to worse, I can just repaint it out. But no one will know that there might be a little splotch of yellow there. Sayonara! I feel like we are at a bar. Because I've already had a shot and I didn't friggin' have, anything really to eat for breakfast, so there's that. But also, we have our regulars. I think Sayonara's he can be Norm. Anybody watched Cheers back in the day? I'm near Boston. That's where Cheers was, that's where it was set. There is a pub. There is an actual bar that is based off of. And I believe it's still open. Pete should be more... Oh, Norm. Norm? Morn? I don't know more is. Better than Cliff. Cliff was a lot of... I know, Cliff was annoying, but Cliff was a lot of fun. He had so many... Actually, I probably married Cliff. Okay, my husband is not as annoying as him, for sure, because I wouldn't be able to stand him. But my husband has all this great, fun, especially nerdy, obscure facts in his brain, and he admits it. Oh! Okay, cool. Pete should be more, so he never talks. Pete the Hydrator. Let's see. Deep Space Nine character is supposed to be in the... My husband... Actually, Joe is watching that right now. Well, maybe not right now, but he has been watching Deep Space Nine. He was watching Next Gen, and then they took it off of whichever streaming service, probably Hulu. One of the streaming services had it. And then they took it off because they're putting on Paramount. But they haven't done that with Deep Space Nine, so he's been watching Deep Space Nine. And he went to the library, he actually took out the DVDs of Next Gen so he can at least finish it. Alright, so I need a brown. It can be any brown. A dark brown is long. Hydrate! In honor of Pete, here we go. Oh my god. Wait, no! Shanur, go away! Come on, I don't think I want you here. You've got all those channel points. Shanur has threatened to make me hammered on my own stream. I actually don't want you to go away. I love the fact you're here. I now don't get to spend enough time with you. Because unfortunately, you're sleeping when my stream usually runs on the weekday. You know what? Everybody likes Pete the Hydrator. So, you know, that tracks. Alright, so I'm going to try to paint this. We need like a dividing line. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of shadow underneath. He's got like some metally bits here. And then I want to go up along. Outlining like the raised areas. That's sort of, it's an advanced thing. You don't have to do it. Who, me? No. Although, see, I knew it said although. Actually, I don't know when I'm going to paint that. I think I'm painting the belt black. But anything that's right. This is sort of for bonus points. If you're just doing a tabletop mini, you know, for your own purposes, don't worry about lining everything. This is much better. If you want to go that extra mile, though, lining something a dark color, where the shadows are, like I said, where these two raised areas are, there'd be a shadow. I mean, that's sort of for bonus points. Go back and clean that up a little bit. I'm going to take a little of that brown. I'm going to actually mix it in with the yellow. Because I'll make a slightly darker color. So this is sort of, I don't know if this is dark enough. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I think I need to wash my brush. It's not doing what I want it to do. It's like not sticking to the spot. I want it to stick up in here. But this is lighter than what I'm doing down there. What the hell? But dark lining, it could definitely give that extra little something to help make it jump at you. Now this is the darker of the yellows I planned, so like underneath, whoops, I caught something that I shouldn't have. So underneath here, I'm going to leave it this color yellow. Up top is where I'm going to highlight it. There's more places to actually add some dark lining. Right under here, I can get there. Maybe a line right there. And right there. I think I lost a little there. Okay. One other thing, I'm going to let you all you who are working right now, but next week, next Friday is my birthday. I haven't decided if I'm doing some sort of a birthday. I know it's a thing. I just don't know. At my age, I really don't care if it's recognized. But maybe I'll think about it for next weekend. I will be streaming, for sure. In fact, our normal Saturday stuff is not going to happen because our normal Saturday games, and specifically, are not happening because we, one of our players is going to be going away for the week. So, and he's going to get up super early to catch a flight. I was going to paint this, but I think I might wait because this is going to be... I'll paint the feet. The little toes, or whatever. The claws. The talons. Yeah, that's what those are. When I do the pants, I think I'm going to do pants a really dark blue. When I do them, I think I'm going to pick a dark blue that I can use to line his shirt. Because there's definitely some areas that would put some shadows in there. I'll probably pick a super dark blue for the little pants he's got. This yellow, I mean, well, most yellows don't cover very well anyway, so going over it a second time, not really surprising. Okay. I did pick out some colors in advance. Calistria yellow, that's my highlight yellow. So it's a bright yellow. I thought this was a really good Ukrainian yellow. Hi people, I see more people have joined us. Oh, let's see. God, I missed Sanders. This is the last thing he said. Sanders said, Sally, no painting today. I work from 9 to midnight. Ugh. Midnight last night, then back at it at 9 a.m. this morning. My painting hand is hurting. That's a bummer, but that's okay. You know, I'm doing a painting streak, so I'm trying to paint as many days in a row, or hobby. I mean, I actually did one day where I just assembled stuff. It's a hobby streak, so anything that's related to this, I think counts. I mean, I won't count like, going into Hero Forge and creating minis on there. But I will count anything where I either assemble or paint something. I was on Hero Forge this week, for fun, making up a new version of my Murder Hobo Inc. character. That brightens it. Not that you probably can tell, but this does brighten it up. So it's definitely lighter and brighter, and that's what I want. It's a little recess there, so I want to make sure I leave it. No, don't do that. Don't channel. So sometimes the paint's a little too runny. It can channel into places you don't want it. Of course, if it's too runny, it's also easy to remove because it'll stay wet long enough for you to remove it. Shoot, what the hell was I saying? I'm getting old, so... And another year is about to hit the books. But I was talking about, I really like this yellow. And there are recessed areas on this trim, so you want to... Debating if I want to actually go to an even lighter highlight color. Not a ton of highlights, though. The thing of it is, because you're looking at your eye is looking at something so small, you want to even go further than you normally would, especially on something small. Oh, hobby streak, yeah. So basically, I try to paint. Thank you for reminding me. God, I can't. My brain. Maybe it's the shot. I don't know. I'll blame that, and not senility. I don't want to think about going senile. The hobby streak. So yes, I've been doing a hobby streak since the first of this year. As I said, I'll continue highlighting this. And I said, just as long as you do a little something each day, that's all that really matters, But otherwise, take time off. If you don't feel well, take time off. Even if you're doing a hobby streak, if you don't feel like, and you're okay with breaking the streak, break the streak. Your health is more important than a silly hobby streak. So far, so good with me. I've managed to do something every day The only day, most days I've painted. I think there was only like 1 or 2 days in there where I assembled basically a bunch of the beast snaggers. Haven't painted them yet, but I assembled them. I need to assemble a bit more of the orcs for my army. You know, I think that just realized I missed a section. QQ. This in here, if I can get this. Hopefully, if this brush is too big, I don't think it is. It's got a great chisel point to it. There were some quality control issues with this brush. Where I had some problems with it splitting. But I found there was, for some reason, there was some sort of gunk on it. And I managed to get the gunk out of it. And it works fine. If I really like it now. I've got it right where I want it to be. Can touch that up. This thing is really hard to maneuver into. I'm using the slightly darker color there for this, the Palomino Gold. So, I encourage, though, if people want to get in on the action, get on the whole thing, hobby streak thing, all you have to do is you just have to paint like even 15 minutes a day. You know, it just has to be something. You gotta do it, that can be it. You know, and 15 minutes, I mean, yeah, that's your break time at work or something. In my case, that's actually a lot of it. The only days that I have trouble. Hi, Jotun! Nice to see you. Oh, you know what? Since he's here, I'm going to remind you that if you have anything that you want to share that you've put on social media in terms of work you've done, and it can be art as well as miniatures, I'm link friendly. Post it. I will show it off. And if I get anybody to post, we'll stop this and we'll do a show and tell. I will do a show and tell at some point when I feel like taking a break. I'm going to take some white, and I think I'm going to just add it into this yellow. I said, this is when I get lazy about looking for other colors. I'll just add white to the color I'm working to make highlights. It just makes a lighter version. Now, some colors, obviously, highlighting red can be a challenge. Because, you know, pink is just not necessarily the best color to highlight it with. It'll make it look pink. So that's why people use orange. And then, as pointed out, one of the things you do is you can go back over it with a real thin glaze of red to shift it back towards red. But that's how you highlight. I think red's one of the hardest colors. White is obviously a hard color because it is the highlight. It's like black and shadows. And what the answer is that the midtone is not going to be white. The midtone is going to be gray. But it will read as white. I'm just putting a little bit of this title. I want something. I said that you want stronger contrast because it's such a small thing you're looking at. And the stronger the contrast, the better you'll be able to see it. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Restarted this stream off with a shot, so I'm doing good. How are you, Jotun? And have you been working on anything lately, or? I'm also waiting to see, where the Reaper Kickstarter is gonna go. Today is the last day, and it's been, as I've been saying for the last couple days, it's been cooking with gas lately. I mean, people have really gone nuts putting money into it. So everything is unlocked that I want, except for that damn lighthouse. I really kind of want the lighthouse, but I think that is going to be iffy if we get there. Who knows? I said we broke the Kickstarter at least more than once in the last day. I remember we broke it when we tried to unlock Cthulhu in the first one. And technically, we didn't quite get there, but they unlocked it anyways. Thank God, because I have it. It's one of my favorite things. I bring that thing to conventions and stuff. It's also probably one of my husband's favorite minis I've ever done, because he is big into Cthulhu. And in case you missed it, what I am painting is a very special, it's a charity mini for Ukrainian war relief. The money goes to, I believe it said it's UNICEF. And what I think it is they take out enough for them to make the mini. And make sure that the sculptor, Jason Wiebe, got paid. And I'm perfectly happy making sure he gets paid. He's an awesome, awesome guy. I met him. He's a he's just a good soul. And extremely talented sculptor. Half the things I think in the Kickstarter are from him. Or a lot of it is. Okay. So I think that's my yellow trim. Just been doing some commissions, some doodling. That's about it. That's good, though. Commissions are always good. How do you think I'm paying for this Kickstarter? I'm dipping into my Disney fund. Since it's my commission money paying for my Disney trip. I'm dipping into that. I knew that, though. I knew they were going to have the Kickstarter at some point this year. Let's hope they fulfill Bones 5.5. It's not their fault. It has to do with China, the way China's been handling their COVID outbreak, which is not great. I've heard some things, and it's not great. So, but all their production is shut down. Yeah, I gotta go back in here and paint something on the shirt. I feel like this actually should be blue. It's the edge of the shirt, not his wing. So, I said, it's not their fault that 5.5 hasn't come out yet. I'm really anxious for it, though, because I want my disapproving hand, which is basically a middle finger. If I ever paint that on stream, I've already got it covered that the stream is for mature audiences. I would not want kids to see me paint that many. Alright, so I'm going to find a dark blue. Maybe I'll do Storm Chaser blue. I like this. Love this color. That might look... I'm going to try it. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes my jokes are funny. Sometimes the things I say are funny. Sometimes they fall flat. To be fair, unless the kid is less than 9. True, they already know what it is and what it means. You're absolutely right. But still. Especially since they probably learned it from their parents. Christmas Story is a favorite around my house. And that is actually dealt with in that. I'm sure most of you have seen Christmas Story. You all know what I'm talking about. Hashtag relevant. You always learn. I don't think I did, actually. I know my dad used those bad words, but I think I need to shake this up more. I don't have one of those. I don't have a vortex mixer, sorry guys. So you just have to watch me shake them up. So tell me, good folk of my chat of the tavern, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anybody doing anything good, interesting, fun, noteworthy? Any games you're playing in? It doesn't just have to be D&D either. See, I wanted to go with a blue that was not too bright for his pants. But I didn't want it to be blue. I do like it. I'll look up a chat in a sec. I just want to get this base coated. I think I need to go a little higher there. Oh, let's see. Oh, he's got share. All right, I'm taking a break. Good place. Taking a little break because we're going to do show and tell. Also, for the record, Kanjura is friggin' coming on. It's off the chart, man. Let's see. Alright, so let me go back to what people said. Jotun is trying to take the weekend off. It's difficult not to work all the time. Be right back. Alright, fine. He's back. I have an answer to that. I don't consider this work, by the way. So, and Crimson, of course, I'm carrying Billy some more 40K stuff. What a surprise there. To get some of the boxes I got sitting on the shelves built up. Ah, that's a great idea. That's why actually I did have a couple days where I started building, where I build parts in my orc army, because I want to get it out of the boxes onto my shelf. So the ball GM, I'm trying to finish these 3 before I go and painting my little Kanjira mini. Come on, little. All right, so let's do some show and tell. I gotta find it. Where is display pics? Shut that off. And then I get to find, here we go. So he's painting orcs! I knew you were painting orcs though. Those are so good. I love the color. It's not like super dark green. I actually want to go lighter green on my orcs than I've been painting.
Also, you have a purple Game Envy holder? Sorry, I get distracted by purple. Oh my god. Right, so this hits with me on so many levels. First of all, they look amazing. The paint job's great, the way they're coming out. They're great orky orcs. Orcs, for another thing, orcs are my favorite faction. They're musicians. They're a drum group, part of a drum circle. I think that's amazing too. And I'm a musician, so anything that's music related, I friggin' love. I love these. They're coming out terrific. So I don't know if like the bones and stuff are done. I don't know if you're gonna try to make them a little more white, or it could be a camera too that makes them look that yellow. But I really do like them. Let's see. Oh, haha. Don't do that. I gotta do it this way. And then there's the backs of them. Look at this. I love the blue. Actually, I do really love the blue. That's are they? I don't know if they have a clan, but that would be like snakebite colors. But those are coming out great. Speaking of Discord, I'm going to put on Discord. Crimson, I like the building part, but some people do. I like the painting part better. Alright, so, stuff to show. Let's go in here. I get tagged. Oh, alright, so I get tagged by that finish. Let's go to finish work. Rathmore is added again. Well, alright, so I'll go back. So, I don't remember. I remember showing the unicorn. I remember the spider. Okay, so here's what I got. So this was my thing. I finished her on the last stream. And I'm really happy with the way she came out. The non-metal metallic came out good. The OSL came out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with her. And she is in the core set of Reaper Bone 6. So if you want your own, that's what you got to do. You got to go out and buy the whole core set. But there's a whole adventure party in there. And there's a lot of other good stuff. And Rathmore painted this awesome fairy. In fact, that's the second like princess type thing, fairy princess thing he's painted. And he painted a different one because he was painting with his daughter at our painting party. Alright, this side to me is the interesting one because you really see the skirt with the flower. He painted flowers on there. I mean, that's insane. I love the wings, too. I love the color he did the wings. It works really well with the rest of the thing. And boy, I know this is an Omni because, yeah, it's got that Cassandra Garrity. Obviously was a sculptor. That's cool, though. That's legit. The freehand is really lovely. Yeah, that's really good. He's really a good painter. I really like his work. I'm glad he posted on my Discord. I mean, it's funny because I share like about 3 or 4 Discords with him, and he posts on every single one, and it's like ping, ping, ping. So that is just great. All right, that's what I got for stuff to share. If anybody's got anything else to share, just let me know. Wait a minute, that's not the right one. I need to get on this one. Come on. That fairy, I tell you, that fairy. Oh my god. Oop. If I want to do, you know what? I'm painting a fairy too right now. But she doesn't have the type of dress I can really freehand on. That one's great because the dress is a lot. It does have, wrinkles to it, which is nice, and that's always great to paint. As I said, that's one of my favorite things to paint. But when you get something like this where the wrinkles are so severe, so it's so close together, not so great to do freehand on this. But on something like that where the wrinkles are much more spread out, you have room to do freehand on it. Isn't he, though? Yeah, he really is. And I said, you know what? It was a huge joy to have him and his daughter. He's got a 7-year-old daughter. Painting princesses at the last mini painting day a week ago. He's a good guy too. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But he's a great guy, and I'm really, really glad to have met him through all this. I really like this song, by the way. Sort of appropriate for the fact he's got this, stringed instrument he's playing. Alright, so I was painting his pants. I think I went a little nuts. So as for me, my plans for the weekend, I do have plans for the weekend. Shift my screen around here. I do have plans for the weekend. It's all sorts of games this weekend. Wait, that wasn't what I wanted to move. I wanted to move the Twitch page. There we go. Alright, you know, while I'm taking a break, I'm going to look at the Reaper Bones Kickstarter and see where it's at. Let's see, I think I need to probably refresh my page. Oh, maybe I didn't have to. It's currently at $1,659,000 and 994. Oh, nope. It's going up like that. Sorry, so it's 1,660,000. Did we just unlock something? Let's see, what was the next unlock? Nope, it's 695. Oh, we did unlock something. We unlocked the Raptorkin and the Lost Tombs expansion, the whole thing, because Reaper's smart. And they brought... The thing that makes me sad is that damn lighthouse is probably not going to go. But who knows? People, the way I'm watching it rise right now, who knows? A lot more unlocked than I thought was going to. They also have on the map, they changed it all around, and they have 2 mysterious things under, or 3 question mark things for unlocks. So they're hiding something. If we could get to the lighthouse, I would be happy. That chorus set is looking pretty good too now. I didn't count how many minis in it, but I'll bet you now it's getting to that $1 or less a mini. I don't know if there's I imagine there's going to be 100 minis in there by now. Okay, what am I doing on him next? I'm doing the pants. I know, people want that friggin' lighthouse because everyone asked for it. I mean, alright, Mini Mommy, I told you earlier, I put up my pledge twice in the last 12 hours. I will not up it anymore. That's it. I'm at the limit that I'm willing to take out of my mini fund. I'm at 300 right now. It's not 600, but I'm thinking all said and done, I may be up about 5 when if I put additional money into it. There's a couple things I'm not sure if I want or do. I think they're cool, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want all 5 expansions. I'm getting the 2 I really want, which is I want Briarwood Vale so bad. I can't wait to paint that stuff. Of course, I probably will sit in my closet of shame with all the other stuff I can't wait to paint. If you haven't got in, get in on it. It's the cheapest way to get minis. Is to do it this way. You have to wait 2 years, but it's still the cheapest way to do it. Take this and highlight it to help highlight the pants. Maybe I'll start pushing it towards teal, so we'll see if I like it or not. Oh, I think I gotta use it. I gotta use the pokey stick. Because Baldy always throws bits at me when I use it, in spite of the fact I said you don't need to. So here's the pokey tool. The best thing, I mean, you could use a T-pin. They actually sell them now. They didn't used to because casting this thing was a pain in the neck. The guy who does the social media, Reaper John, actually is involved in that, and he's like, yeah, it's kind of a pain. And by the way, this is old paint. I mean, this is one of the first, this was like in the, whoa, what's going on with my camera? This is like one of the first Reaper paints I bought when they went to the Master Series, when Anne made the Master Series. Pokey stick! I will always say that. I will always read that. But this was one of the first ones I got back in the day when they invented them, and it still works. Maybe too dark, I don't know. I'm going to have to go a little lighter. I'm going to take... And my earpiece is caught on my chair. Stop that. So I'm going to take a little marine teal. I think that's the light. Yeah, that's the next light one. So basically, this one and this one, the Deep Ocean, scooch out of the way. These two were from my original set of paints I bought, and then this one I bought later. Oddly enough, look at the tags. Like, the labels on the original set did not fade, but the ones on the newer ones did. Go figure. I guess they bought a crappy zebra. I don't know. They bought something that doesn't work. Maybe they don't have a zebras. A zebra is a printer that makes barcodes and labels like this. And I'm pretty sure this was printed on like something like that. And whatever they bought and used, later on, the labels just don't, they fade. I think, as I said, we have zebras in my place, and those don't fade. So they probably use something else. So I'm going to take those two colors. I don't know which one I actually used. I think I used the Surf Aqua. I want to make this a little lighter. Maybe I'll take a little of the original color, too, and mix it all in. And I'm being bad because I'm using my brush, but I'm doing it very carefully. When you mix paint, it's not a great idea to use your actual brush, your good brushes, because you can ruin them. But I'm only painting on the tip of it. A lot of times when you mix paint, you go nuts. Shoot, I was going to say, Joe, I remember I was going to say, you commented about how you're trying not to work this weekend, and that's fair. In my case, I don't ever view mini painting as work, so this is my playtime. At least I try desperately not to view it as work. So I'm sort of using a little bit of teal in this part. I think I said if I do it right, I'm going to try to do the bag. In teal, in these teal colors. Cyanus, by the way, was the one that hit the channel point reward to add teal to this color combo. As a note, I have all sorts of fun little channel point rewards. I want to be more teal than this. This is, putting it as a highlight color to me doesn't count. I want something that stands out a little more. But I'm also doing this to sort of try to make it tie in a little better. I was originally thinking, well, it's Ukrainian blue is kind of, bright blue, but it's not green. It's not really that green, so teal is sort of more greenish. So I've sort of mixed all these colors. But I do have fun channel rewards. Feel free to use them. I mean, they're free. Also, if you have subbed, I do have emotes. At some point, maybe I'll make some follower ones. Work has been nuts, and I tend to make my stuff at work because that's where I have access to Adobe Illustrator. I could steal it for home, but I'd rather work on my Mac to do graphic stuff. I think I'm going to trade my glasses out. That thing's right at my feet here. I keep forgetting. I put my bag on the side of me. Because there's some real fiddly bits details I'm looking for in this. And I think I need these. Oh, maybe there isn't. I sort of saw some on the pants. No, I don't see him. I think I'm gonna, it's sort of a wrinkle that goes down here. See a little better. Oh, there he is. I was wondering where Pete the Hydrator was. Were your ears burning? There's a little hydrate for you. So do you like teal, Pete? I know you like pink. Do you like teal too? Because teal was a requested color for this mini. Nice of you to join us, though. I'm going to touch that up too. It's really hard to tell where the pants end and the bottom of the thing begins. Who would Pete? Oh wait, we came up with things. So if this bar was Cheers, you're a Deep Space Nine character, Pete. You'd be what they call him, Morn. Never watched Deep Space Nine or very little of it. Yeah, I think that's. Oh wait, no, I need these. I know why. Because I also want to do the feet. His birdie bird feet. I went back over with the original yellow. Well, with some yellow. Wasn't. That's right, I changed the color a bit. So if I go off stream, I'm going to try not to, but if it's blurry or whatever, it's because I don't have my camera set to autofocus. And I'm trying to look at these little tiny textures on his feet. Granted, we could do something that's under the realm of paint plastic surgery, or just ignore the lines and just paint some in. See if I can try to tip my brush, my mini, so that people can see what I'm doing. So now I highlight the feet, the talons. I don't remember what the hell they're called. I'm going back in and trying to find anything that's raised. You were asleep, Dave. That's fair. I like naps. on the top. It's really, really hard to see. It's a very fine texture, so I'm just sort of dotting some on there. So I want to kind of give the indication of like what this texture is. No one is going to see it. If you don't paint it exactly, no one's going to see it. These are kind of raised surfaces here, and I want to say because it's a texture, I'm just sort of suggesting it. I may want to go with an even lighter color in some of this. So I want to keep like these little sections in here somewhat darker, like shadowed. Because there's definitely it definitely kind of bumps out there. I'm going to take a little white and add it into that particular gold color. It's almost guaranteed it will dry a little darker too. The talons are pretty. Should be, you know, they're hard, so it should be somewhat shiny. God, this thing is like nerve-wracking. It's so small. Like I said, my weekend, this is exciting because it is Pirate Weekend. We just had an episode of Crits. I got to play my somewhat crazy half-elven ranger last Thursday. Then we played last night. We played Dawn of Flame last night. And tonight is Rime of the Frost Maiden and Vampire. Where things have gotten friggin' interesting, really interesting for my character. She's not missing part of her foot that got eaten by a sea monster, a sea creature. It's what happens when crits happen, right? So that gives a good... Alright, so probably not the areas. Well, maybe let's see if I can get this in some sort of an angle. And have it still, because for some reason the camera's got like persistent vision. Yeah, if worse comes to worse, just check out my pictures later on social media, Discord, wherever. Wherever you like to look. I will get pictures.
Going back to that yellow color, I'm just sort of highlighting a little bit. So that's 1 foot. That's 1 foot done. I gotta do the other. Too much water. You get too much water in your brush when you're trying to do something like this. It tends to, the paint tends to run and won't stick. You are slicing the walking mausoleum. Walking mausoleum. Is that like, is that Baba Yaga's mausoleum? That'd be a place you put dead people. Is that Baba Yaga's final resting place if it's a walking mausoleum? Does it have chicken feet? That's cool. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to all the games. It said, and it's Pirate Weekend, so that means I get to play my pirate captain, and I love her. Arguably my favorite game right now. Hard to say. There's a lot of games I'm really enjoying right now. Oh yeah, oh okay. Oh yeah, it's the Elden Ring thingy. Yeah, that was cool. But you know, it is, that's right, I forget, it does walk. It's got legs or something on it. Don't you think you have to go finish printing the Sword of Thanos? I don't think that's done. I know you probably have to buy more stuff for it, though. I want that to be done because I want to see that. I want to see that finished. And how impressively huge it is. This is going to be kind of challenging to get my brush in this little section. You need, 5 kilogram more filament. Well, get on. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure, do you have it on order yet? And that's a lot of filament. Time is a bit away. Oh, wow, it's almost 2. If I can get my brush, let's see. Let's try from this angle. Oh, I don't even think I got the middle one yet. Haha. His middle too. Or for that matter, his leg. I know, is that what Bobby? Yeah, that's what I said. A walking mausoleum. Yeah, exactly. Shanur gets exactly what I'm saying. So I love it. Cyanus worked overtime to get enough money to fund that sword.
That's valid. That's absolutely valid. That's a great reason to work overtime. I don't know. Right now, I don't think my work can pay me enough to work overtime there at the moment. Here's the lighter color. I'm going to hit the tops of all this. Sorry if I'm going off stream. I probably am. I haven't really looked. But part of it's that I'm trying to see this. I think his feet are done. There. I think that's done. It has which thing has begun? The other thing? Oh, painting it. Sorry, printing it. So you're printing the mausoleum. I think it's funny because Shanur probably, I don't know if Shanur heard my comment, come to think of it, but we both had the same idea. No. I got into a shouting match at work yesterday. Imagine little me. When I'm not, believe me, I'm like a different person at work. I'm not quite as chill. But that's because there's a lot of stupidity that goes on. It's nothing like being yelled at somebody who he's an idiot. Sorry. But the guy's an idiot. 85% of the tickets I get from him have something wrong on them. And he couldn't remember what the hell he did. And said, hey, you asked for me for this approval for these 2 jobs. I'm like, no, I didn't, because I knew they were already there. I asked it for these 2 other jobs. I was not nice. And I have no apologies because he was, really rude. So, don't ever piss me off, folks. Not that any of you would. You guys are awesome. And you guys I can't imagine you ever doing something in chat to piss me off enough to make me yell at you. But if I'm ever accused of something I did not do, and you're in fact the one at fault, and you start screaming your head off at me, you're going to get it back. My supervisor tried to stop me, and I'm like, not this time! I needed the drink from the shot glass yesterday at work. That would have helped. That would have totally helped. It's also why I needed... it was Gareth. He posted on his personal Facebook feed about, having an emotional support honey badger. I'm like, I really could have used that yesterday. Having it rip the shit. I can say that now because this is a mature stream. Having ripped the shit out of that guy probably would have been satisfying, and then he wouldn't have been a problem in my life anymore. That is really...
Oh, the drink. Shinar, you were the one that threatened it. You were going to basically ping it every 15 minutes. That you had like all these channel points saved up just to get me hammered on stream. Of course, if that happens, there won't be a lot of painting going on. I'm never going to ever be able to do this without coughing. Never. I feel like such a weakling. Alright, what do I want to do next? Actually, I want to do one other thing. I think I'm going to go back over his toes and I'm going to put some white in them. Just 'cause. I feel like they're too yellow. Or I could add a little brown to it and go back to that direction. Don't mind the white. Maybe I'll make it a little brown. I do want them to look different than the rest of his toes. I don't know if I'm getting it on there. There we go. Also, I gotta say, I love it when Pretzel puts up part of their free rotation. I don't make enough on this channel. If you guys want me to be able to pick whatever music every week, then you all gotta support me a lot more so I have enough money to friggin' get a subscription with Pretzel. Wait! The Kickstarter froze? Oh no, the stream froze. I mean, technical issues happen. I don't think it's due to the people on there. They've had more people than that for Reaper Live. I know they've had more than 300, I think. Yeah, it happens. Reaper John or Michael Collins will be on that. They'll fix it. So if they made any good announcements or anything... Still raiding into Baldi's. I love that you guys are watching both. Tell me if they've made any exciting announcements. Other than I said, they went with a much better strategy for the two unlocked... well, now it is unlocked. But they went for a much better strategy for the other two expansions by making them unlock at a much lower level and unlocking the other two parts. I'm like, well, that'll get people to buy. I'm debating whether I want them or not. Or what I want of those. I know I said I've got the two budgeted for the ones I do want. Nothing yet. They're just running through some of the unlocks and answer questions. For probably a lot of questions. Probably waiting to get, let's see, where are they now? I mean, you could probably tell me, but 600, ooh, they're at 1,675,000, practically 500. There we go. It is going up it is really going up. I said here, it's gone up twice in in that short period of time. So yeah, people are throwing money into it. So I do have some hope that maybe we'll get to the lighthouse. Now, it's not so much, Dwayne, it's not so much whether or not we break Twitch. It's more, are we going to break Kickstarter? Because we usually do at least once a Kickstarter, we'll break it. It'll just die. It'll be like, oh no, we can't take any more. No, for funsies. Let's face it, these Kickstarters are my passion. Or is it? Here it is. I mean, sit here and watch it go up. I'll put it on my display. It's pretty, alright, that's not exciting, but looking at this stuff, this is their map. They're gonna get through at least they're on the 4th map, so. The next unlock is finishing the denizens in the dungeon, which is something I might be interested in. That's under the one, so that's 676,000. So they gotta get to 695 to unlock that. I really want them to get to 1,890,000 to get the lighthouse. Well, I mean, if you think you're the future, you could always throw a buck in, or rather $10 in. I guess it's if you pledge $10, you could then put whatever you want in there, and you'll have a year to do it. So these are pretty cool. The neat thing I noticed this time is they added more to the core set throughout the whole thing, rather than the last time where they put it all at the beginning, and then there wasn't much that unlocked for the core set. So that's the next thing that unlocks. And then the final parts of that. I think this is cool. It's just maybe more of a hubby type of thing. He loves, ancient culture. I do too, to a degree, but he really loves it. And DJ pointed out, it's really funny, my friend DJ pointed out that Taweret is the same character she shows up in Moon Knight. He's like, it's funny how that ended up working out that way. This one I kind of like, although I think these guys do. I don't have them, so I'd be interested. I like the giant slug. That was new. Giant spiders. I'm not into giant spiders. I'm kidding. I actually think they're cool. The wyvern, that's neat. The cave trolls. And the river trolls. I could go with the set that we got in the last Kickstarter of river trolls. The demi-lich is really cool. And actually, they're putting it in... They call it a filth beast because Audiog is copyrighted. Or that'd be almost worth it. Then they have a redo of her. I have her. But this is different. And then these lizard folk. And then this friggin' lighthouse. With... Come on. We all know actually what we really want. It's not the lighthouse. It's the slaughter walrus. So I'm getting the core set, I'm getting Briarwood Vale, we need 10,000 backers to unlock him. I don't think we're gonna make that either, but who knows? I didn't look to actually see how many backers. I'm getting this set. I'm gonna get the Green Griffin Tavern to go with my other, more tavern furniture. I mean, I can't lose. And also, I painted L'Oreal Silverlocks back in the day, and they've redone her as a standing model, and as this model, and I want her because I really like that figure. And then I don't have this, but I do like it, so who knows? I may add to it someday. A lot of really cool undead stuff. This is my favorite though. Can't wait. I want to paint these 4. As long as I'm still streaming, I want to paint these 4 on stream, one to each season, in the seasonal colors. I think that would be really, really cool. But of course, my favorite part. I was right, Kevin, by the way. Your wife really does like it, but she won't buy it. Because she says you're saving up money. And I'm not telling you to go spend it, because she may kill you. I love the fairies and these little dragons. And of course, I love Shimmer Scale. That is friggin' amazing. I can't wait to get this. And this one, maybe one I eventually paint most, or if not all of it. I really love it. I already went through those. What else am I getting? I'm going to get... I mean, I said, these are cool, but I'm not going to get... I'm going to get the Pathfinder heroes and the goblins. I want to get Charandar because he'd go really well. This one that came in the last Kickstarter, I think he matched really well with. I want owl bears. I love these cubs. They're so adorable. I didn't put this on my list, but I do kind of like the Hellboard heroes. I may do it. If you like bugbears, that's a great option. These are all, actually, you get 5 minis for $14. That's cheap.
$18 for 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3, 12 color paints. That's also a really good deal. And then there's the 30th Dragon. I do want it because I do kind of like it comes mounted with the Death Knight. But you're not going to be able to get that unless you get it through the Kickstarter. And then they have extras of some of the stuff. I love the fact that one of the social unlocks ended up this. You can have a whole flight of a squadron of the bees on bees. They're really cool. I think it ended up being it started off kind of slow, but I think it ended up being a better Kickstarter, a really good Kickstarter in the end. We'll have to see where it gets to. I'm not optimistic on the Lighthouse, but I'd like to be. I did not include that in my pledge yet. Well, technically I kind of did, but you can always put in for $10, and then if you can pay it off in installments, which is what I'm going to do for anything else I want. But that will lock you in at least at the Kickstarter prices, because it goes up after. I mean, I think the last time they did a late backer thing, where you could. I'm sorry, checking out. It's a late backer thing where you could open up a pledge late, but it doesn't. It's more expensive. But it's not much more expensive. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Because when they did Reaper Bones 5.5, the prices were also higher. And that's fine. And I still went in for it. It wasn't that bad. It was only it depended on what it was, I guess. But I went in on a couple things. I went in for the paint and said the disapproving hand because somehow I screwed up and forgot to get that. Alright, so now I'm going to actually put some of this tealish highlight on his pants. This is kind of a trick. If I don't think a color's going to match real well, I've kind of put it in as a highlight and things, and that way it'll help tie the color I'm going to do this in a little better. I just don't want it to clash. If I hate it, then, Cyanus, I will save that teal for another mini that works on. But I really want to try to do it on this one. That's the one, this is the one after the one you actually spent the points on. And I appreciate the challenge of putting it on. Originally, I thought it was going to not be too hard, but teal's not quite the color of the Ukrainian blue. It's more green. So after this mini, I think it'll be May. So I think I'm going to do Mermaid, which I'm going to go pick out of my Brinewood expansion. I'm going to pick maybe a mermaid or two to do. I already did one, and I really love the way she came out. The problem is that the colors I used in that are not. I'm going to want to vary them. And the colors I used in her are my favorites, so I'm afraid I'm never going to do anything as cool as she. But we'll see. Alright, so since I got the colors out, what time is it? It's 2:11. Oh my gosh, where's the time gone? It's almost time for Baldy's stream. Alright, so since I get the colors on, I'm going to start that bag. And since marine teal is part of this set,
I'm gonna see if I like this. No, that's not the color, dum dum. Make sure you pick the right color, the right color off the palette. Granted, there's a bunch of them. I'm just gonna go right over that. The little latch, which I'll paint it some sort of metallic color. For the record, I really do. So that old color set, they still make those colors. Actually, this deep ocean and those deep ocean marine teal and I can't even read it. Surf aqua. They still make those colors, so you can still get these. But I think it's just amazing. You know, it's sorry GW, but well, look at the GW paints that don't last, you know, and then I've got these that do and have lasted me since the day they created MSP paints. It's just very telling. But let's face it, that's partly because Ms. Forrester made a paint line for painters. And she doesn't want him to die after, you know, a couple months maybe. He's got another bag too in front of him. There's another bag right there. Which I'll paint something different. So the strap is part of the bag. It's for the bag, so. And considering how interconnected it is, I'm going to paint it the same color. I thought it was for the guitar, but it's not. The guitar doesn't have a strap coming off of it. If you look. So, the guitar's just loose. Originally, I thought it was a guitar strap. But it's not. Still debating whether or not I like this. Or if it clashes too much. Wow, I just noticed that. Oops, sorry. I hit the camera with my head. Oh, let's see that. Okay. Rose, it went a little too nuts with the yellow. I wouldn't say that it go nuts, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about this color. I just don't know if I like it with this. I don't hate it with this. It's just not. Teal may just not work real well. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the other color, painted his pants, and I'm going to kind of. See if I can sort of twist it around a bit into a color I like a little better. May not be a bright teal, Cyanus. I'm sorry. Also, it looks better on the camera than it does in reality. I'm going to take a little. I'm going to mix that. I'm going to mix it. It can't be as bright a teal as I wanted. It's just not working. I said, if worst comes to worst, if I can't make it work real well on this, I will definitely save it for a mini to be determined where it actually works. Or maybe I should just get it and shouldn't give a shit. There is always that too. It's a little better. It's a little better. So the egg. Oh no, they did. Yeah, they did that. I can tell you where they're at. They're at, they're almost up to, they're at 1 million. It's a lot of money. 687,000. So they're getting close to 1,000,007 with 3 hours to go. I still don't know if they're going to get to 1,000,009 to get to that lighthouse. And you want to see it unlock. Of course, the thing of it is about the lighthouse, it's a Kickstarter exclusive. So if you want in on that, put in your $10 or go pledge for it. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to unlock. You always cancel your pledge if it doesn't unlock. I know you want to, right? Okay, so Dwayne, if you want, how much are you put? I've already confessed. So far I've put in $300 towards this. How much have you put in? And how much do you think you're going to end up at? Because I can end up at about close to 500, I think, when all's said and done. About 300? Okay, cool. With about... It depends if I want to buy all the expansions. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I want to do that. I may not want to do that. Oh, right, that's right. I was going to actually try to go back to that Storm Chaser blue. I'm still just debating on this. I don't know if I like it. But 300 is about as much as I can go. I don't know, I'm debating on this color. Ugh. I'm not really sure I like it. Cyanus is probably going to kill me. Because I just don't know if it's going to work. I could put it on the one right here. And save that bag for some other color. Because this is only a small amount. I'm going to put other colors in this to make it work. But I hate it. I feel like I'm cheating here. Well, it'll get in there. I'll get your color in there. But I think it's only going to be on the small little rinky-dink area. Just because it doesn't match real well. And then whatever I put for the trim around it. Because I'm not loving this. But there is teal in it. Alright, Ball Jam, we will... Yeah, you said you seem to have issues with, like, getting your sound to the right level. But I'm looking forward to... I will see you in a couple... God, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Jesus. Although I may not see you that long because right now I am expecting my friend to come by. Alright, I'm going to change the color of that bag really quick before I go off the air here. The little bag is going to stay exactly the color it is. The big bag, I'm totally changing the color. It's just not working. I love our little... I do really love our double features. Well, I need to do a double feature. Somebody raids into me for a change. So yeah, I'm going to do this yellow. Sorry, Cyanus. I tried. I just don't like it. It's just too green. But I do have it in the little bag right there. And I may do yellow around it. And that should help. I know, this is like the same color. This is trim underneath. I'll put some sort of a divider in there. But I do want a lot of yellow and blue in this. For obvious reasons, because it's a Ukrainian charity mini. Oh well, so this is basically just a base coat. I will go back over this and try to shift this a little bit. I will put some sort of divider between the two. So hopefully on Monday, when I'm next on, I'll be close to or finishing this. This yellow actually wasn't totally terrible at covering this either. Yeah, and it's not. I mean, it actually wasn't. It still is. I could still see bits through. So it's going to take multiple coats. I'm happy with them, though. Only what? What are you trying to say, Dwayne? You have a crazy computer. Oh. Wow, it's 1 minute till. I guess I'm quitting. So, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Always. I always thank God I have someone to talk to when I paint. Let me throw him down. Sorry, Sayoners. I really did try to get some teal in this. And I technically did on the little pouch right here. So when am I on this week? I'm on Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm on... I'll take this steel thing off. And I'm on Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Time, p.m., all at night. I'm not going to be on at 8:30 in the morning, thanks, or 7. That's what I'm on this week, No Murder Hobo Inc. Although, there's hope on the Twitch front that if you actually look up M Hobo Inc., you can see it. So, he has not really heard anything from Twitch itself. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's true. I just wish it was more. I really want to make it more. I really want it to be that bag, but it looks really bad. So it just doesn't match the color blue. But if I keep it in some little areas small and I contain it maybe in some yellow, it won't be so. It will look okay. Yeah, No Murder Hobo unless I do Tuesday, but I don't think so. Yeah, I've said I've got it up. So. Actually, it's 1,691,000. So it's actually even more than what you say there. 682. We're almost at 1,000,007. I have hope. I have just a little tiny bit hope that I do have hope that maybe they'll add it to the pledge manager after the fact. I don't know. I'm gonna be sad faced if that lighthouse doesn't unlock. That's why I upped my pledge twice. Ball GM has gone live. Alright, so that's what I'm on this week anyways. And if you haven't got a pledge in, honestly, I will just say this, and as I said, you all know I'm a huge Reaper fan. This is a Reaper Mini. This is a charity mini. Actually, I suggest you all go buy it because the money goes to a really great cause. It goes to Ukrainian war relief through UNICEF. So this to me is even more important than that Kickstarter. But if you it is quite honestly the best way to get minis inexpensively because you will never be able to get them again at the prices on the Kickstarter. And you only have 3 more hours to do it. Or 3.5 hours. It ends at 6 o'clock Eastern time, which is 5 o'clock Central. So, I'm excited to see where it goes and what more we unlock and what more, who knows, I may end up adding to it later. Alright, so on that note, let's go raid in Ball GM because he is on. If I can type straight. Lowercase Bald GM. If you haven't followed the Ball GM, follow the Ball GM. He's awesome. And you please stay on for a stream. He's really, really good. I feel like he's almost a better mini painter than me, but alright, let's go raid him. So as I said, thank you again for tuning in here. I hope I see you maybe on Monday. I know if overseas people that's kind of difficult. Please get your sleep. And as I love to say at the end, happy painting. And let's go raiding.
did at least a test last Wednesday, and then it all worked. So let's say back to the drawing table for that, and let's get some painting done, at least. And if you want to share anything of your work, no problem, of course. If you have any questions about the painting, and hello Tony, and all the rest. Let's do it the proper way. Mechanical Frog was already here before you. He couldn't stick around, but thank you very much for dropping by. We have of course user starts with the whole raiding party, the Shanur, Mini Mummy, Peter, Hydrator, and Tony. Welcome. Still painting a little bit of the blue. I don't know how far I go yet tonight. But this is nice as you know. But now I officially have till 1 o'clock. It's now 8:30 because making this one. Windows open for. Oh yeah, for the Reaper. For the Reaper chat. Yeah, I must say the whole. I have done research about those sets. I did opting for the impact of the core set. And I wanted to do a little bit more, only unfortunately my what is the proper English word for it? The thing you cook on, the stove, and that is never right proper. It did break down after 25 years already. So I have to buy a new one.
Yes, we did your sting.
And everybody was like, just so I can get a light. Yeah, I want that lighthouse too. And just as you said in your stream. Just as you said in that stream, I want the walrus. No, the oven, my oven is brand new. The stove.
Come in.
Okay. I heard you say something at first. I thought you were still on.
I said ding.
Yeah, DJ's here.
Oh shit. I have to go.
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't sit here while I close out the Kickstarter. So they got up to.
Yep.
You can come up if he wants, actually.
Well, no, he's going. He said he was going downstairs to set up.
1,600,000. By the way, it's starting to do the thing where you could actually watch the friggin' numbers come in.
Nice.
1,696,476 dollars. We are still.
Oh, what do you think? It's not that much of a difference, actually.
From what? Oh, your hair? It's lighter. I mean, it's not terrible.
No.
Let me see. Bend your head over. No, just bend your head down. It did cover the gray, which is nice.
Yeah. A little bit. As I said, there's still a little bit in the side, so it's not.
Good. It didn't totally take it all out.
No.
I like the gray in the sides.
Yeah.
It's nice it took this out.
Yeah.
As for when not, I'm so used to black hair, but it's definitely brown.
It's very, very dark brown, though.
It is it's like mine. You basically turned your hair into mine. It is, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on it.
So, Carol, keep me updated about.
Obviously, I'm going to keep this for now. Yeah, it wasn't that difficult, so maybe I'll do it. Fade out. And then maybe I'll go to a darker color.
We'll see.
Yeah. Or I'll do something weird like purple
All right, let me
or blue.
pick up. Oh my God, I'm like
Right, I'm not drunk, but I'm probably buzzed because I had two, but there was a big space between them.
Alright.
I think I started talking about work and somebody and Kevin hit the button
Oh, okay.
because I was talking about how fucking I got yelled at work.
Oh, you know what? I know I said grilled cheese. We also have leftover pizza.
I don't know. I like the idea of grilled cheese,
Alright.
but we could. You know what? Let's have the leftover pizza tomorrow
Okay.
when you're actually.
That's fine. There's only like two.
Thank you for letting me know he's here, by the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's only like 2 slices left, so big enough. I'll, take it now, but when we get closer to the game, you know?
General member meeting we have every year. We can, as board members, we can show how what we did with all their money, or our money. It's money from the club. With some vampire the masquerade right now. Hey, I don't blame you, no problem. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the great stream. And have a lot of fun. Also, by the way, game I shall still need to play. Have read the book. The rule book.
Fuck off.